Microsoft is going to shut down Skype. I'm sorry, but it's happening. May 2025, it marks the end of an era. I must be a Luddite because I didn't know about Teams and I'm firmly still entrenched in the Skype camp. I use it daily, love it, quite upset to find that actually not everybody else does. Where did it lose popularity?
This went back to 2020 during the pandemic, when Zoom suddenly came out of nowhere.
Arthur, I'm always confused by business decisions like this. When I just mentioned that Microsoft paid, what was it, $8.5 billion for Skype, and now they're going to shut it down. Is that money that's just lost, or are they going to make it back by somehow funneling people from what was a free video chat service into something paid?
Similar to when Facebook bought WhatsApp, they were really trying to buy a competitor or a potential competitor before it became a serious competitor. And I believe that's what Microsoft really were doing. They were trying to buy a competitor out of the market. Yeah, it's interesting. I always suspected that, but effectively just confirmed my belief that sometimes companies they make spoiler purchases sometimes just to ruin it for other people. Tariffs are up, the markets are down, Skype is dead. I don't know what to say, but I need to have a quick lie down. That's your business news. Thanks for watching. Xiaopeng have announced that they're going to be producing mass production of flying cars by 2026. Flying cars, that sounds to me about as likely as, well, a flying car. I mean, is this realistic in as soon as 2026?
It's just way beyond the capacity to be able to mass produce a flying car. There's too many other things I need to take into consideration. I believe that's why after this initial spike, we continue to see a bit of a rebound of prices on the stock.
Very shrewd, I think, Farah. Talk is cheap. You want to see evidence. I agree with that. Everyone's going to win, apparently. Donald Trump's going to win the trade war. China's going to win the trade war. Now we hear that Canada's going to win the trade war. Any potential downside to this triple victory?
Good morning, Neil. Oh, yeah, all the way around. I mean, if everybody does what they say they're going to do, we're going to have a general downturn in the economy right across the world.
I would argue that Donald Trump uses these tariffs as leverage. He basically tries to strong-arm, bully countries into getting what he wants. The problem is when they stand up to him, which is, it seems, what China's doing, and it seems that's what Mark Carney, who's coming in as the PM of Canada, is going to do. They're going to expand tariffs from $30 billion worth of US goods to $125 billion. So basically, they're all going to get into this huge melee financially. Is there anything different that Mark Carney could do or could have done coming in to de-escalate the situation?
Not too much. I mean, he's a smart guy. He's an economist. He ran these reserves in Britain and in Canada. I mean, Trump's not dealing with a bunch of dummies here.
And that wraps it up. That was your daily business. I'd like to say thank you for watching, and also just point out thank you, because the pleasure really was all mine. Hopefully, I'll see you tomorrow for more. In 2021, the Central Bank of Nigeria prohibited banks across the country from facilitating crypto transactions. They've changed that now, and it's clear why. They want the money, they want the tax revenue. But that original decision to ban transactions, that I would suggest that comes from one of two places. One, either they thought that this was dangerous for people, that people could lose lots of money on this, or two, the banks themselves, the central bank itself was threatened fundamentally by the existence of cryptocurrency. Which do you think it was, or was it something else?
Well, I think it's a mixture of both. First is that there was limited understanding that cryptocurrency has come to stay. And there was a bit of, would I call it, inertia on the part of government agency.
China's consumer prices fell, and they fell more than expected in February, slipping back into deflation. I know from a business perspective that sounds bad. As a consumer in China, why should I not be absolutely thrilled that prices are going down?
From a consumer point of view, yes, prices are cheaper. But I guess bigger picture, it reflects that maybe the economy is not doing so great.
I get your point. As the consumer, I don't care. I'm still thrilled because things are getting cheaper for me and I've seen inflation for so long. So explain for me, why should I be concerned long term if the world's second largest economy continues to suffer deflation? How will that have a knock-on effect, not just in the country, in China, but also globally?
Well, that's right, the knock-on effect, as you say. And also, if you look at the domestic picture, yes, prices may be cheap right now, but that can also have or reflect problems on the economy itself. Maybe wages aren't so high because people aren't buying as much. Maybe there are more layoffs. Maybe your property prices aren't worth what they were, say, 2 years ago, and your overall wealth is down.